Hey everybody, it's Greg again, and it's another edition of Unbreakable the podcast. It's Sunday, the Sunday show. Wow, July 21st. I came on because there's some stuff I want to talk about, including these Phillies. Before I do, today, 35 years ago today, July 21st, 1989. The release of this movie. Can you believe it? It's been 35 years. But Harry Met Sally, yeah, it is. I know. Some people say it's a rom-com. It's not very handly, whatever. I like it. I think it's a funny movie. It's a touching movie, and it's about friendship. You know, it's about destiny, fate. And you find that one special person in your life. You know how it's true in life how people come in and out of your in and out of you. You don't see anybody for 5 years, and all of a sudden you bump into, and then and then they leave again, and then they're back in your life again. There it is. There it is. The great Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan. Oh, she was a cutie back then. What? Huh? Look, there it is. I can't believe 35 years ago today, huh? And it's a little dated now. It's a little dated if you watch it. But it I think in some ways it still holds up because the basic premise of finding love, being friends first, again, fate, destiny, that one special person you can't forget about. Uh, I think that's a universal theme, and that's a theme that will always hold up, no matter what. So if you get a chance, you're not doing anything tonight. There's no sports on or anything. Pop on and Harry Met Sally. I still think it's a good movie. You know what? I always thought they'd do a sequel. When Harry Met Sally again or something. And and I guess it's not too late to do it. Yeah, what Billy Crystal was probably in 60s, maybe 60s. Meg Ryan is maybe 60ish. She was a lot younger than he was when they filmed that movie. So I guess they could still do something, when Harry Met Sally in the nursing home. I something like that. But so um these Phillies. Uh, well, I'm not that worried about them. Even though they lost again last night. Pittsburgh, they lost the series. Am I surprised? Nah, because they usually have a tough time out Pittsburgh anyway. I don't know what it is, but they do. So now if they get swept today, the Phillies have not gotten swept in a series in over a year. If they get swept today, that would equal their longest losing streak of the year. Can you believe that? Four games. And it might send off some alarm bells. Whoa, Phillies collapsing. 1964, all over again. Yeah, Phillies are going to win the division. Phillies are going to win the series. I have no doubt. But, it's not the fact that they're losing now. They lost that game to the A's, the last game of the season, the first half of the season, last Sunday. They lost, what was it, 18-3 or some ridiculous thing. Had the All-Star break. Come out of the shoot, lose 2 in Pittsburgh. It's not that. It's that, they lost a bad team. Pittsburgh's not a bad team. Pittsburgh is above 500 this year. They may actually make the playoffs, which is kind of scary. I mean, Pittsburgh, they don't have a bad team. And now with Paul Skeens as their ace and this Jones kid, which that you face them in a short series, 3-game, 5-game series, could be trouble. But the thing with it is it's the way the Phillies are playing. It doesn't seem like they're playing with any energy, passion. They're just not, I don't know, they look like they're just there. You can't throw your glove out in the field and expect to win. You got to get out there and grind it out. Just because you had a great first half of the season doesn't mean you could cakewalk all the way to the pen. It doesn't work that way. Now they have JT Realmuto back. That's great news. They need to get it together. And I like Rob Thompson, and I'm not blaming him. He's been a great manager. And sometimes the team reflects the manager. If he's not showing passion, the team's not showing passion. I mean, it was the same way with Joe Girardi. Joe Girardi would be in the dugout there. You wouldn't know if he was alive. You'd have to pinch him to see if he was still awake. What I'm saying is the Phillies need to produce runs. They got to figure out a way how to win without hitting home runs. They get a guy on base. I get you. They're not even getting guys on base. How are you going to move runners along if you don't have guys on base? I get it. But the deal is when they do get guys on base, they have to be a little more disciplined at the plate. They got to move runners. They got to get back to the running game. They got to steal bases. Why don't you try hit and run once in a while? Sometimes Thompson falls into this like American League manager thing, like the old Earl Weaver of the Baltimore Orioles. He's always waiting to hit a 3-run home. He's never bunting. He's never hit and run. He's not stealing bases. He's just sitting there, and he's waiting for somebody to pop a 3-run home. I think the Phillies have to try to put pressure on the team. Put pressure on the other team who cause mistakes, who cause errors, who cause people from out of position. Putting pressure on the other team, no matter what sport it is key. I mean, think about it. Football, even basketball, that you put pressure on the other team, a blitz, full court press, it causes mistakes to happen. It throws the other team out of their rhythm. Sometimes you got to do it. And right now, the Phillies are just kind of sitting back and are not putting pressure on Pittsburgh. You got to start doing that today. Again, I think the Phillies are going to be okay. I think the good thing about this little slump, and maybe it's some natural regression, because the Phillies played so well in the first half, they're sort of due. This is why you don't have teams winning 120 games a year, because sooner or later, it's a long season, teams naturally regress. And you're going to have your losing streaks. And one thing about the Phillies this season is they're very resilient. They're very focused. That was the disappointment of last night's game. I really thought after Friday, the Phillies were going to bounce back, because they don't after losing dramatically on Friday, they usually don't let things like that bother them. They turn the page, or, the term nowadays is flush it, and you move on to the next game. And this Phillies team has been very focused in doing it. They're experienced, they know what it takes to win, and they focus more than any other team that I've seen in the next step, the here and now. They don't dwell on the past, they don't dwell on a game like Friday night. So that's why it's going to be so key today for the Phillies to come out and not get swept at Pittsburgh. They need to break the losing streak and start a new one. I mean, they've got some big games coming up. They've got the Twins, who aren't a bad team. They're playing in Minnesota Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Off day Thursday, they come home and play the Guardians. Guardians, believe it or not, are the best team in the American League. Guardians are not going to be easy to beat. And then they have 3 against the Yankees. And although I think Baltimore will win American League East. In the end, the Yankees are still a good team, and the Yankees are going to be in the playoffs. So, not easy for the Phillies. You know, they need to step it up. The good thing too about this little slump, if you want to call it that way, is because it will give Dave Dombrowski a chance to assess the team and find out what they're going to need for the second half of the year to try to get them over the top. Now, apparently, you know, to me, it's very apparent that number one, they need more bullpen help. You can never have too much pitching. And rather than the starter, I'm okay with the starters. The starters have been great. You know, Sanchez, Wheeler, Nola, Ranger, they've been great. I'd rather see the Phillies beef up the bullpen more because you saw Jeff Halfman pitched great on Friday. But you know, there's too many uncertainties in the bullpen. Jose Alvarado, do you really trust him? Jose Alvarado gives me the vibes of Hector Maris. Remember Hector the Protector is with the Cubs now? He gives me those vibes because I don't know if I can trust him. And who knows when he's going to implode, right? He could come out there, strike out the side, blow you away 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, and he could be great. Or he could suck. You know, I don't trust him. I don't trust Sir Anthony Dominguez. And we saw last night Orion Kirkland. Do you really trust him? I don't. I don't trust him. Now, you know, I know we have a good bullpen, but about the only one I can really trust, I don't trust Gregory Soto. Is Jeff Hoffman. I think the Phillies need some help. What would it take to get Mason Moore from the A's? I saw Brett Rooker hit another home run yesterday for the A's. We saw him last Sunday hit 2 home runs onto Asheville Alley. What would it take to get both of them packaged? Now, to me, I would trade Adrian Miller. Okay. Another swing. Looks like he's going to be a big time player, power hitter. But he's locked. He plays shortstop. How is he going to, unless they move Trey Turner, which isn't a bad idea. Did you see Trey Turner again last night? He is still brutal defense. Brutal. I don't know if he's going to get any good. That shortstop. To me, you can't do it now, but over the off season, next spring training, I might think about moving Trey Turner to the outfield. I'm just saying, right? Let's transfer him to screw up. You know, if you really believe that Miller is going to be a player and he plays shortstop, you got to move Turner because, number one, Turner is a liability at shortstop. Number two, it does open the door for Miller to come up, and he'll give you another bat. So it's something to think about. If you're not going to do that, if you're not going to move Trey Turner, then you have to trade Miller because he's definitely an asset. He's a prospect, and don't forget, this is what Dave Dombrowski does. Look what he did a couple of years ago. Logan O'Hoppe was one of our top prospects. He was a catcher. He is a catcher. He's out with the Angels. We thought, oh, Logan O'Hoppe, he's going to come up. He's going to share catching duties with JT. He's going to be the future catcher. No. Dave Dombrowski, as is his history, trades those prospects. Dave Dombrowski is win now, Dave, win now. Which I can't blame. The Phillies have to try to go all in right now. Why? You never know if you're going to get this chance again. Phillies are ahead of Atlanta. They're going to win the division. They have this window with Bryce Harper, Turner, Nola, Wheeler, the poor guys. this window where these guys are in their prime right now. You got to take advantage of it. You have to. And I would say the National League is a little weakened nowadays. The Dodgers are a good team, but they're not a great team. Come on. Do you have a great team? I mean, Atlanta certainly is not what they used to be. Don't forget, next year, Atlanta's going to get Acuna Jr. back, and Atlanta's going to get Spencer Strider back. They're going to be tougher. The National League Central isn't great shit. Milwaukee doesn't scare me. St. Louis doesn't scare me. Whoever else is in that division doesn't scare me. Really, the National League, the pennant, is there for the taking for the Phillies. When they get to the World Series, who knows? They're going to play Baltimore. Well, I think they're going to play. Okay. They're going to play the Yankees. They're going to play Cleveland. They're going to play the Astros again. The Mariners. We'll take our chances in the World Series. What I'm saying is the National League is there to be had. You have to grab it now that the time is right and you go all in. So, out of the three, Justin Crawford seems like a fine prospect. He can run. He's a great center fielder. He may be in Phillies' future leadoff. That's them. Miller looks like he has pop in his bat. And the play shortstop. He is probably a couple of years away. That's number two. Number three is Andrew Painter, who is on the disabled list after Tommy John surgery. Therefore, he'll be back next year. He'll still only be, 25? And he's going to be one of the top pitchers, young pitchers in the league. And he will round out your staff. That's the fifth starter that would be in your rotation. Who would I trade to go in right now? Who would I keep? I tell you, here's the way I think. Miller, I think I would trade because, again, where is he going to play? Turner is blocking his book. Justin Crawford, I would love to keep him because obviously we need a center fielder. Kristen Pache is not the answer. He's not. He doesn't hit enough. Johan Rojas is tremendous defensively. Tremendous. Did you see the play he made last night? Tremendous. Saved another run. But is he going to hit enough in major leagues? So I would say Phillies have to have a game plan. If they're going to keep Justin Crawford and group him to come up and play center field in a year or two, fine. You got to get rid of Pache. You got to get rid of Johan Rojas. You're not going to be able to play with Justin Crawford up. So you may want to package some of one of those guys in the game. Those guys aren't going to get you a Mason Miller, okay? They're just not. They're going to be part of the package. If you don't see a future for Justin Crawford in center field, now's the time to trade him. There's a reason they call it prospects. Prospects is another word for potential, which is another word for I haven't done it yet. I could do it. There's a likelihood I could, but I haven't done it. So those two I would trade if you had the right deal to get a Mason Miller or Brett Butler and package to have something like that. Now, Andrew Painter, I would not trade. Well, here's the reason why. I don't think he's going to be damaged goods from the Tommy John surgery. They do the Tommy John surgery, pitchers come back, they throw on nothing. They're doing well. I don't think so. And pitching, you can never have enough pitching. If you have a stud young pitcher like Andrew Painter seems to be, you keep him. Look at all these other young pitchers down. Mick Abel, I thought he was supposed to be a stud. He isn't up yet. Griff McGarrett, he was supposed to be this young pitcher, even for to help the bullpen. He's not up yet. I mean, the Phillies have their farm systems improved. Don't get me wrong. Dave Dombrowski and his crew have done a great job compared to the Matt Klentak years, but they're still not developing that stud pitcher that stud position player that could come up like an Acuna Jr. and really, really help the team. It's not happening right now. I would keep Andrew Painter if you could, because you don't have enough pitching. The other two, in the right deal, I would trade. That's just me. Bottom line is, Phillies have to go all in. They've got another less than 2 weeks to decide what they want to do. Definitely need some bullpen help. They could use another bat in the outfield. You bring in Weston Wilson, that's fine. You bring Cody Clemens back, that's fine. These guys, come on, be real. These guys are fringe players, okay? Maybe they're major league players, maybe they're not. They're fringe players, right? Maybe that's all it takes around these four star players that we have. But you want to get somebody who you know is going to contribute in the playoffs. So, does that mean an experienced player, like the Langer? Cubs are out of it. Come on, Cubs. The Cubs aren't doing it. They may want to unload the Langer. Don't forget, Langer was friends with Bryce Harper. I'm just saying. Do we want to pick up that contract and let Belanger play like center field and left field? I just know that even though the bench has done a great job filling in for players who have been hurt. Edmundo Sosa did a great job filling in for Trent Turner. The catching combo of Garrett Stubbs and Rafael Marchand did a great job filling in for Real Luke when he was out. Great. But I still think the bench could be a little stronger. I still think you could have a guy coming off the bench who isn't playing in the regular lineup who can pop a home run for you. You know, I just don't have confidence that anybody coming off of the bench in a pinch hitting situation can give you a home run. I don't know. Anyway, other than reliever, outfield bat would be my next priority. Because let's face it is troubling that this offense is sporadic. It's hot and cold, right? I mean, look what the Phillies were doing good about 2 weeks ago. They were steamrolling and they were scoring 6-7 runs a game. The offense was clicking. It was hitting season. Now all of a sudden they went cold. Why? I'll tell you one person who I'm very disappointed. Bryson Stott. I thought this guy was going to be a stud player. I really did. I thought he was going to be a stud. I thought he was going to hit 300. He was going to be this line drive hitter, gap hitter, doubles, triples, occasional home run, lots of singles, taking his walks. I thought he was going to be that kind of player, along with his terrific defense. I hope I'm not wrong. I know what Bryson Stott's problem is. I said this about a month ago when he started getting into this funk. He is swinging too damn hard. He is trying to hit home runs. He is Scott Kingery, part 2. I hope not. Look what happened to Scott Kingery. He's down on the farm and he can't even get up on the big team. He's so screwed up because he got into this. It wasn't a contract. I've talked to different baseball people. He got into too much analytics. Analytics suck. He got into the launch angle thing. And how hard am I hitting the ball? Now that kind of shit. It's crap. It's crap. Started swinging uppercut. He didn't care about striking him. Swinging too hard. Trying to hit home runs all the time. That's not Scott Kingery. Scott Kingery should have been hitting line drives, using his speed, hitting the ball on the ground to use your speed, damn it. That's Scott Kingery. And that is Bryson Stott. And I'm afraid that Bryson Stott is falling into that trap again, where he is. How often do you see him get down on one knee? That's how hard he swings. That's what he's doing. And every time he hits a home run, that's bad because it convinces him somebody's getting in his head. Somebody is telling him, Bryson Stott, you need to hit home runs. You need to be a 20 home run a year guy. You need to hit home runs because when your contract comes up, you're going to make more money if you're a home run hitter. No, Bryson Stott. Do what worked before when you came up to the major leagues 2 years ago. Hit home runs. Don't hit home runs. Hit home runs when you're not trying to hit home runs, okay? When you try to hit home runs, you're not going to hit them. Any power will tell you that. Mike Schmidt will tell you that. He never tried to hit a home run. It just happened. Go. I hope Bryson Stott gets it together because he seems like a nice kid. I love Bryson Stott's grittiness, you know? He plays hard-nosed player. He'll lay out for a ball defensively. He's a hard-nosed player. I hope he gets it together because he has a chance to be a really good hitter to even contend for a batting crown. He's got the speed. He can do it. You got to stop swinging too hard and stop trying to hit damn home runs all the time, okay? They strike it out crazy. Why? Because he's chasing bad balls. The pitchers know that he'll chase bad balls. They're not going to throw him a strike. Why should they throw him a strike when he's doing them a favor, swinging that balls in the dirt? It's got to get back to basics, swing at strikes, and try to put the ball in play. Stop it. Stop. My blood pressure's going up because of you. Anyway, so I think the Phillies will be okay. Maybe after the Dodgers series when they swept the Dodgers, which was great, they had a little bit of a letdown. They lost 2 out of 3 to the A's. They're going to lose the series to Pittsburgh. So maybe there is a little bit of a letdown playing teams that really aren't up to your level. Now, hopefully, they'll pick it up this week against Minnesota, Cleveland, and the Yankees. And maybe the level of competition will rise the Phillies to play better. Let's hope so. But it will be interesting next couple weeks. Buckle up. Let's see what Dave the trainer does. He's here to make the team better. He's here to put us over the hump. I don't think Dombrowski is going to be afraid to make some moves. Yeah. He will trade prospects away. So don't be surprised if he does, and don't be panicked because he's trying to win now. This year, next year are key years for the Phillies because that window is closing. All right, everybody. Have a good day. Go Phils this afternoon. Watch those Phils out in Pittsburgh, and we'll hope for a win. And I'll see you soon again, and we'll talk more crap. And if you get a chance, check out when Sally met Harry, like Harry met Sally, whatever. Watch it again sometime. You might be glad you did. It's a lot of fun. All right, then, everybody, take care. Peace and love. See you soon. Bye. Have a good Sunday. Bye. Bye.